Hey everyone, and welcome back. In the last video we learned about vectors. Today we are going to explore one of the container which is similar to the vector, which is DQ, also known as double-ended queue. As I said, a DQ is similar to the vector, but there is some changes. In vector we were able to add the element at the end or able to remove the element from the vector, and we were able to add and remove the elements from the middle also, but we weren't able to access, or can say we weren't able to add the value at the beginning of the vector. We can use the insert to add the element at the front, but whenever we add a value in middle or at the front, our whole vector's value got shifted to the right, which takes extra processing power. We will learn about it in the future. There is one of the most important topic, time complexity. Basically it is related to how much time it will take to execute our program. So when we were using insert, then it will take lots of processing power, but the difference is while using DQ we can easily add our element at the front without any extra processing power, or we can say time complexity. So it is similar to the vector. Let's say how we are going to declare the DQ. The only difference between vector and DQ is of the time complexity, and we will explore about the time complexity in the future. For now, let's learn what is DQ. To use a DQ, we first have to declare it, and it is similar to the vector, right? We can use first DQ, then data type, then our variable name. And if we want to add a value to the DQ, we can add DQ dot pushback of 10, DQ dot pushback of 20. So let's say this is our DQ and we added 10 and 20, which got added from the back. Now I want to add value from the front, so I will write DQ dot push front 5. So now it will add 5 from the front. Similarly, if I want to remove the value from the back, I can write DQ dot pop back. This will be removed. And if I want to remove from the front, I just have to write DQ dot pop front. Okay, both are similar. Here you have to look at the back, here you have to look at the front. Okay, so you can add at the starting of the DQ and you can add at the end of the DQ. Similarly, we can also print our whole DQ as we were doing in a vector. So we can also do a indexing also, and we can use our loop also. So it will print cout then x. Okay, we can do indexing, we can do traversing also. Now let's look other functions which DQ contains, and it is similar to the vector. So we have seen pushback, push front, pop back, pop front. Similarly, there is other which is DQ dot size. Like it basically give you the size of the DQ. Then if you want to print first element of the DQ, you just have to write DQ dot front, and if you want to print the last value of the DQ, you have to write DQ dot back. These are similar to the vector. And if you want to check our DQ is empty or not, you can write DQ dot empty. This one will give true or false. Okay, if our DQ is empty, it will give true. If our DQ is not empty, means there is some element, then it will give false. Okay, then similarly there is also a erase function where we can erase element in a range or single element, depends on indexing. Okay, and then there is another which is clear. You can see all of the functions are similar to the vector except push front, pop front. Okay, now let's run it one by one in a code. Okay, I'm going to use same file stl.cpp. In the last lecture we have seen 1D vector, 2D vector. Let's remove it. Let's declare our DQ, then int, then I'm going to use DQ. And if we want to add elements in it, we can write DQ dot pushback of 10, then DQ dot pushback of 20. Okay, let's try to print it. For int I equal to 0, I less than DQ dot size I plus plus, and cout DQ of I. Let's move to the next line. Let's try to print it. here you can see it is giving me 1020. Here you can see we are able to use our standard for loop also. Now let's add value to the front. Okay, I'm going to add it here. Deque dot push front, let's add 5. Okay, and let's add another value, deque dot push front of 6. Then this time I'm going to use different loop, cout x. Okay, let's run it. Okay, I forgot to add a handle here. Now here you can see initially it was 1020, then I added a value to the front. So first 5 got added, then after that I pushed 6 to the front. So after 5 it pushed 6. So our DQ becomes 6, 5, 10, 20. Okay, now let's remove it. I'm going to use this for loop again, and let's remove value from the front as well as from the back. Deque dot pop back, then deque dot front, not front, pop front. Okay, let's run it. Here you can see initially it was 1020. Here I made a mistake. It should be front. Let's run it again. Here you can see it was 1020, then 6, 5, 10, 20. I removed from back and I removed from front, so our remaining elements are 10 and 5. So that's how we can add, remove values from the front and the back. Let's look other functions also. Let me remove it. Okay, now let's look at the deque dot front. Similarly, deque dot back. Okay, let's copy it and let's also try it. Deque dot empty. Okay, and let's do one more thing. Cout deque dot clear. Then after checking the clear, let's check if the our deque is empty or not. Okay, so we are checking first value, we are printing last value, we are checking if our deque is empty or not. Here we are checking our deque is, here we are clearing our deque, and here we are again checking if our deque is empty or not. Okay, let's run it. Okay, we cannot print declear, right? Okay, we cannot print a deque, that's why it is giving me the error. Okay, I hope this will work. Okay, initially we had 10, then we added a 20, then after that we printed a first value which is 10, last value is 20. Then we checked deque is empty, no, so it gave me a 0, which is basically a false. Then it cleared the deque, and then we checked again if my deque is empty or not. It gave me a 1, basically means true. Similarly, let's check the clear function also. Let me comment it. Okay, let's add more value. Deque dot push back and 5, deque dot push back of 6. And now let's erase deque dot erase. Okay, let's say I want to erase from deque dot begin, let's say first index, and then deque dot end. Okay, let's remove from first index to the end index, and also let's print int x deque x. Okay, let's try to run it. Here you can see it is only printing 10, because from first index to the end we removed everything. Okay, here you can see we can erase from first index to second index. In this case second index is not included, so if I want to include second index also, I will add +1 here, so it will remove 20 and 5. Okay, first we pushed 10, then 20, then 5, then 6, and we removed from index number 1 to index number 3, but third index is not included, so it is erasing from index number 1 to index number 2, so it is erasing 20 and 5. So our deque is 10 and 6. Okay, that's it for deque. Everything was similar to the vector, so there is not much to cover in it. When we learn about time complexity, you will understand what was the difference in the vector and the deque. Thank you everyone, have a nice day.